I know teachers, newly qualified teachers, who can spend 7 years without a permanent contract as intermittent employment. It's short-term contracts and it's not acceptable. So why is the government continuing to train new teachers when it can't and won't deliver on its promise of 3,500 extra teachers?
Cabinet Secretary.
I thank Mr Rennie for his question. He raised this issue in the debate we had not 2 weeks ago, I think now, and he will recall that I played back to him the experience of one of his constituents who had been on short-term contracts in Fife Council for a number of years. I don't think that's an optimal situation. It's not one that I would support. Some of the challenge here, of course, relates to where the employment of teachers rests. So at the current time, the employment of teachers is the responsibility of local authorities. I've spoken to some of the additionality that the Scottish Government provides to support trainee teachers. So tuition fees is a huge expense that this Government meets. We also fund the postgraduate year and we also fund the probation year fully. So there's a lot of funding coming from central government to help support teachers into employment. The challenge comes when we have local authority employment practices that vary up and down the country. So it's imperative that we work with COSLA to arrive at a situation. Well, I see the member shaking his head at me, Presiding Officer, but that is the reality at the current time. We need to work with COSLA to ensure there is parity across the country in terms of how our initial teachers are entering the workforce. At the current time, we've got a variety of different approaches to initial teacher employment, and I think that needs to change in the future, particularly because of the additionality that this Government is providing.